TG, so he and I spent a whole day together. That was very nice. But yeah, he was one of the big speakers at the Texas Yoga Conference. And it was held in the Houston Temple. They had the yogis. There's a temple building, and they have a huge meeting hall also called the Garanga Hall. You know, it's a big meeting room with a stage and chairs. You know, it's a meeting room, not a temple. It's a meeting room where you can hold conferences. So the yogis came. They had their Texas Yoga Conference at the Hare Krishna Temple, and he was one of the speakers. I'd be interested to hear how he spoke. I didn't hear it on the internet or something. He must have. He's very intelligent, very poetic also. His lectures must have really been good at that yoga conference. So yeah, there's so many things going on everywhere. Everywhere. So now we just have to, make it more. Every place, our duty is to make every temple more and more successful. Here you have to think how we can make all of Denmark Krishna conscious. How we can carry on our activities in this country so that the whole country will become Krishna conscious. In every country, that's the meditation. You see. How can I become a pure devotee? How can I have perfect loving relationships with all the Vaishnavas, and how we can make a revolution in this country. In every temple, that should be the meditation. Next question. Yeah.
I just got inspired because you said like this. I do the school programs. They come to the temple like 20, 40, 50 students at once. And they are really into chanting when they come to visit us. So I was thinking that would it be an idea to tell them that they can bring their instruments?
Sure. Yeah, it'd be great. Bring your guitars, bring your drums, your flutes. Yeah, that's a great idea. You see the movie from 26 Seconds, the old Tompkins Square Park Kirtan? You've seen the video of Prabhupada, the original Kirtan there in the park? Yeah, there's somebody's playing a flute, some kind of a flute. Yeah, everybody's we call it jamming in America. They have a jam, musical jam. Everybody gets their instrument and make a big jam, have a jam session. Have a transcendental jam session. Yeah, it's a good idea. Have them bring their instruments. It's a good idea. Yeah.
You mentioned that you have 16,000 people doing these internet courses. So it's just running automatically because you cannot relate to so many people.
Running automatically?
Yeah.
No, I have to do a ton of work. I have to work like crazy. It's a lot of work. I mean, I'm weak behind my correspondence right now. I'm trying to catch up. Sometimes I get very important questions. Today I spent at least 2 or 3 hours just trying to answer one question. One's going to be posted. One of my disciples asked me, what are the different stages of bhakti? Raganuga sadhana, Vaidhi bhakti, sadhana, bhava bhakti, and prema bhakti. You want to know the difference between these things? These are very, very important questions he's asking. They need to be very clearly, where does Raganuga sadhana begin, all these things. Very important thing. I spent the whole afternoon working I still haven't finished it. I couldn't believe it. My watch was still in UK time. Oh, I just lost an hour. I realized I thought I had a whole other hour to work. I haven't switched to Copenhagen time yet on my watch. So I lost an hour there. I thought I was going to finish it before I came to the program. I just couldn't finish it. So that's just answering one question. I have about maybe 100 emails right now waiting to be answered. And I'm just trying to catch up. And then I have the daily thought for the day that goes out in the weekly lesson. So yeah, it's a lot of work. And I only got 2.5 hours sleep last night. I had to work. I had to sit and write the whole day. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't take a nap because it's so far behind. It's work, but it's paying off big time. I just published a book. We bring the books now. I just published a book. We only have about 8 copies. I just published a book. It's based.
10 copies.
Huh?
We have
We have 10 copies. It'll be first come, first served. It's a nice hardbound book called Truth Works, coming from my e-course. Different. Mubagis will have it the next program, I guess. Yeah, only 10 copies. I don't know. Of course, anybody really wants it, they could. What, $20 US? Yeah. Beautiful hardbound book with color plates, very nicely produced. Color plates. Anybody wants one, you can put in advance order one.
In a way, it's a very good book, because anybody has some questions and want to how to preach to somebody. It's mostly question and answer, certain people who ask the questions.
It's selected questions and answers from many years, the cream of the crop of the questions and answers from my e-course for a number of years. Of course, there'll be it's volume 1, there'll be volume 2, volume. The plan is volume 2, volume 3. So as long as I live, I might keep producing it. My disciples want to keep producing more volumes of it. Hari Sariprabhu reviewed it. He appreciated it very much. Gave a very nice review. Hari Sariprabhu. He appreciated it and gave a very nice review.
And it is also done under the different topics. So
yeah, you can look up the different topics. Yeah. So, any other questions? Yes.
I heard one lecture with you recently where you talked about a concept called the silent worker, which Srila Prabhupada he recommended for like brahmachari life.
Everyone. Silent worker. Everyone is a silent worker, yeah. That's quality of silence. I mean, not advertising. Everybody see how great I am. You see, not like this. That's some other passion. Silent worker means he's just humbly serving. He just wants to see that Krishna is recognized, that his spiritual master is recognized. That's what's for everyone, not just brahmachari. We want to put Krishna forward, not that I want to put myself forward. I want to put Krishna forward.
Sometimes we see devotees who are many years around, right? So many years around, but still not could come to the point of very strong, affectionate community life.
Community life?
Yeah, after 30, 40 years or something, and then
yeah.
When we could come to very strong, affectionate dealings amongst devotees, but sometimes we see in some letters or something, we see that missing is not one devotee doesn't feel.
So but I understand. So what is the question in that regard?
Yeah, well, what is the reason for that?
It's similar to what I told you earlier. They're still seeing themselves in the center. They're not understanding that by putting others forward, that's how they move forward. Radharani, Prabhupada very nicely explains about Radharani, that he told us this on Madhastami in London. He told us, he said that this is how you should pray to Radharani. My dear mother, please tell about me to your Krishna. So Prabhupada explained that Radharani, she would say, oh Krishna, just see, this devotee here, he is better devotee than me. So this is Vaishnava mood. He wanted to push the other four devotees forward. That is the mood of Vaishnava. He wants to see that other devotees become recognized and glorified. That's his mood. Somebody thinks, oh yeah, I want to be recognized and glorified. He's the effectively at best. But somebody wants to see the other devotees are recognized. He's the advanced devotee. He's following Radharani's mood. When they push others forward to be recognized.
But sometimes even we are reading it, we have classes on it, we have Chaitanya Charitamrita, which is full of it. But then in the practical dealings, we see there is so much hesitation to push other devotees forward. We always hold
We're
still
hesitant.
after having so much philosophical understanding, still there is a holding back of natural relationships.
Impersonalism. Impersonalism.
But we have to be careful also how much the other devotee would like to be pushed forward. That causes problem.
Well, at least we have to appreciate them. Should always appreciate the service of other devotees.
Expressing it or just feeling it? Or?
Sometimes they may not want, just like Jainanda didn't want to hear himself being glorified, okay? That's an example. So you have to be, you want to please them. If they don't want to be glorified, then you may have to just do it secretly behind their backs. You know what I mean? Always glorifying behind their backs instead of fault finding behind the back.
I'm not wanting to express anything sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes it's holding back.
The thing is, the more it's stupidity, really. What's the cause of it? It's stupidity. They're not well trained. They don't understand the science of how bhakti works. The more you appreciate devotees, the more you worship devotees, that's how you become recognized by Krishna. As I quoted that verse, Ye me bhakta jana parta, no me bhakta te janaha, mad bhakta nanchi ye bhakta, te me bhakta tamamaka. The one who is my devotee, not my devotee, the devotee of my devotees, he is my devotee. So you want to be recognized by Krishna's devotee? Then you become devoted to his devotees. They may be advanced, they may be intermediate, they may be neophyte, maybe a new person just came in off the street. But if you can appreciate their qualities, then Krishna will recognize you, appreciate your qualities. So they're not well trained. They haven't been properly trained. They don't realize that by the more they can recognize and glorify Vaishnavas, that's the fast track. Just like in security, there's the regular security and the fast track security. In London, we were lucky we have some, because we frequent flyers, we get the fast track security. So the fast track in bhakti is the more you can appreciate Vaishnavas, all Vaishnavas, pure devotees, mixed devotees, the more you recognize devotees on all levels and appreciate devotees on all levels, that's how you make quick advancement in Krishna consciousness. See, Prabhupada, Tamal Krishna Goswami made a very nice example about Prabhupada just after Prabhupada's departure. He said Prabhupada could see the spark of devotion in the heart of anyone, you see, and he would fan that spark into a blazing fire. So this is a true leader, a true spiritual mentor, you see. He can take even a new person, just off the street, come to the temple the first time. He can understand, he can see an aspect of that person, he can see the spark of genuineness in the heart of that person. And he can give all encouragement. This is what Vishnu Jana Swami was very expert at doing. That's how I got saved, you see. He was very expert at encouraging everybody. Everybody got so encouraged by him. I just looked up an old friend. It's actually some lady. She and her husband were inspired by Vishnu Jana Swami back in '71. I lost all contact with them, but I thought to look them up. And the husband had actually died, but the wife is still living. And they're Christians. She's a Catholic, but she doesn't, she's not following Krishna consciousness, but she still remembers and appreciates Vishnu Jana Swami from 44 years ago. She's not forgotten him, because he had that amazing quality that he encouraged everybody. Ask him to Dumna Swami. Vishnu Jana Swami is someone who got him started in Bhakti Yoga and up in Michigan. It's an amazing story how he was touched by Vishnu Jana Swami. He had an amazing ability to encourage everybody, no matter what level you're on. He found a way of connecting with you and encouraging you at that level. So Prabhupada told me, you've been trained up under the expert guidance of His Holiness Vishnu Jana Swami. So that kind of a mood, you see, that's what we need. To see, to deal with every person the way they become encouraged to advance in Krishna consciousness, to chant in ecstasy, to serve in ecstasy. Whether it's cleaning the dishes or cutting vegetables, whatever, kitchen samadhi, whatever, but how to encourage everybody is to be ecstatic in all aspects of bhakti. Whether it's preaching, whether it's cooking, whether it's going out and earning some money to donate to the temple, or even earning a living just to maintain a Krishna conscious lifestyle as householders. One should be, the preacher should be very, very expert to encourage and educate everyone how to be happy and enlivened in whatever ashram you're in. So we need that kind of appreciation, that kind of encouragement, so that everyone feels connected, everyone feels blessed, everyone feels enthusiastic to dance in ecstasy in the kirtan, just completely go into bliss in the kirtan. Yeah.
We have had a situation in our yatra that some devotees work against the ISKCON authorities.
These are called Kali Chela. Prabhupada calls them Kali Chela. They're agents of Kali.
So then we have a part of our congregation who just want to sing Hare Krishna. So when they are invited to...
They want to do what?
They want to sing Hare Krishna. They want to come to programs where Hare Krishna mantra is chanted.
Yeah.
And
So they don't want to hear the lecture?
They also want to hear the lecture,
They do.
but they both go to the temple and also to this programs where devotees
Yeah. Okay. Well,
blaspheming.
we should try to win their hearts. But the thing is, we have to educate all of our congregation that Prabhupada gave us the instruction to stay together under the leadership that he gave us. We may not always agree with the leaders, and we have even a right to lobby the leadership if we feel that the policy should be different. We have a right to lobby the leadership, but when it comes down to the annual vote of the GBC meeting, the majority rules. We go with the majority. That's how we stay together in the movement. In fact, there was one time they had a GBC meeting, Prabhupada attended it, and they were taking a vote. Balavanti tells this story. And Prabhupada was kind of sitting there looking to see which way the vote would go. And when he saw which way the majority was going, he raised his hand and voted with the majority. So, that Prabhupada's will becomes manifested to the GBC, whatever the majority vote is at the GBC level. So the majority says this is how we should do it. We may disagree, but we agree to work together in spite of our disagreements under the higher authority of the GBC. Otherwise our movement is finished, it's dead. Anyone who is preaching in such a way to not follow the GBC authority, they are Kali Chela, they are agents of the personality of Kali. They're not devotees of Lord Chaitanya anymore, now they're devotees of Kali, personality of Kali. They may be dressing as devotees, but they're Kali Chela. They're devotees of Kali. And they have to be saved if possible, or neglected if they can't be saved. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu, thank you for the nice classes. My question is, Prabhu, in spite of our day-to-day activities, day-to-day dealing as a grihasthas, children, wife, and so many things to deal, how do we chant? How do we actually chant attentively and then make our spiritual progress in a way? So everything basically depends on chanting, but how can you share some of your experiences and come across?
It's called the sandwich program, Prabhu. Transcendental sandwich. You have to have really good sadhana in the morning, and then you go out and do a great job at your job, and you come back and have really nice sadhana in the evening. You have to have very good sadhana in the morning. Do you have Mangala? You sing Gravastikam every day at home? Very good. Have a nice Gravastikam. Do you have Tulsi? Yeah. If you have time, do a Tulsi, keep Tulsi in your home. That will really help a lot, because now that you have a pure devotee living with you, Tulsi Devi will help you a lot. And do a little Tulsi Arti, take nice care of Tulsi Devi. You know, and then you read Bhagavatam, or you hear a Bhagavatam lecture where you're going to work. Do you hear Bhagavatam every day?
I hear about, yeah,
Huh?
the
You do?
classes I hear.
Huh?
Classes I usually
Oh.
hear.
You're attending the classes? Are you hearing?
Just translations.
You're getting class. That's good. So your wife is here? You're married?
She's in India right now.
She's in India. Okay. She is permanently, or she's coming?
She'll be coming back after a few months.
Oh, okay. You have to remember that our great acharyas, some of them were, Prabhupada was a householder. You see. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And there's a very, actually I've written I have a whole article on it's posted on the internet. And if you go to ISKCONstandards.com, you will find my article on grass that I posted there. And you click on the link. Spiritual Perfection, Household Life. Go to ISKCON Standards, ISKCONSTANDARDS.com, and you'll find my article called Spiritual Perfection and Household Life. But in that article, I give Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song, the Bhajan by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He says, now I am working to support your household, Krishna. If you think it's your household, you're in Maya, you're a Griyameti, you're not a Grihastha. But if you see this is Krishna's household, the house belongs to Krishna, my wife is the servant of Krishna, I'm the servant of Krishna, all this money belongs to Krishna, my car, everything I have, every square inch of what I think is mine is all the property of Krishna, and everything is meant for his satisfaction. If you have that mood, you'll make very nice advancement in Grihastha ashram. Very nice advancement. You can become a Paramahamsa Grihastha. So you're initiated now?
Yeah.
Very good. So you have to, don't be a dead weight on your Guru Maharaj. By being Griyameti, you have to be Pakka Grihastha and be a great asset to your spiritual man. Next question. Everyone satisfied? Totally? Completely? Absolutely?
One more.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't have that strong recognition, that's outgoing.
You have to find someone who has it and associate with them. Determination is a contagious disease.
Determination is a contagious disease.
Huh?
Determination is a contagious
It's a contagious disease. I'm saying that poetically, not not a negative. It's contagious. You find somebody who's very determined, you associate them as much as possible. And by that association with a very determined person, you'll pick up that quality by associating with them. If you associate with if you eat the remnants of somebody who has tuberculosis, you will catch tuberculosis. If you eat the remnants of pure devotee, you will catch pure devotion. That's why we ran after Prabhupada's Maha. You see. You eat after someone who's advanced in Krishna consciousness. You eat their remnants, you become advanced in Krishna consciousness. You eat after it. So you have to associate with someone who's very, very determined in Krishna consciousness.
Is it automatic?
Huh?
Is it automatic? Or you have to act?
Is it automatic? She's asking, can you just associate with them? And that, well, you have to associate favorably and not unfavorably. If you associate with them, you find fault with them, that's another thing. You have to associate favorably with them. Hear nicely, inquire, serve them, please them, that's this way. Favorably associate, yeah. And then then their qualities, you'll inherit all of their qualities. You have to associate with advanced devotees as much as possible. And if you can't do it physically, you do it within your heart.
How
Yeah.
they inherit? How
Huh?
they inherit? They have to practice what they do. That's all.
By following the instructions. That's why you have a spiritual master. The spiritual master means someone who is advanced in Krishna consciousness more than you. So you follow his instructions faithfully, and by doing so, you make advancement, by faithfully obeying his instructions. Is that it? Okay, that looks like that's it. So we'll stop here. Rajavidya Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Premanandi.
His great Sankarsana Prabhu ki jai.